This could be good. It's like another bitters. Whenever I find similar bottles close by each other, I wonder if they were thrown out at the same time. It's definitely possible. Whoa. This is really something. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out a lot. It doesn't cost anything. It'll just give you a notification when I release a new video. Today I'm in western Iowa and I'm going to be exploring an old town dump. I was told there were restaurants, hotels, and saloons dumping into this thing, so it could get really good. We've got a decent hike across this farm field, but just at the edge, over the embankment down by the river, is where this old dumping ground is. We'll get on our way. Here's the embankment I've been working. You'll see all the coal ash layers. There's all kinds of glass and other artifacts buried in here. What we're going to do is start digging into the side and hope for the best. And I believe this is an opium vial. I think it held it could have been a foreign product, but it was a heavy opium content. Some kind of a strap-sided prescription bottle. Too bad there's no embossing on it. Nothing on this one either. We're in very good age here, very good era. It's got to be, I mean, it could be 1870s even. Kind of hard packed dirt, and then there's some ash underneath it. I'm wondering about this one here. There we go. Palmian Omaha, Nebraska. Is that yeah, that's a tooled top. It's full of groundwater. That's a really good looking bottle. Look at that. So it's a soda. This style was patented, I believe, in 1879 and was used until around World War I in America, but around 1906, 1910, right around there, the production was replaced with the pry-off caps, the crown tops that we still use today. And a broken prescription bottle, no embossing. This one could be good. This bottom layer is it's falling in. Felt a few pieces down there though. There's some ironstone that fell out. What is this? Sato? Brownfield and Sons. That's an older stamp. Let's see here. Top's knocked off, but it's got some really nice embossing. What is it? Non-poisonous, won't stain. Dead stuck for bugs, trademark. Gottlieb, Marshall and Company, Kassel, Germany, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's a really cool looking bottle. It's got like a dead bug on it. It just kind of drops in right here. I don't know if it's a gopher hole or what. Some kind of little pharmaceutical. It's got a tooled top, remnants of a paper label. I felt all kinds of stuff down in here. Oh, what do we have here? Gamel, juniper. That's in a different language, but that's actually Omaha, Nebraska. I've never heard of one of these before. I see Omaha on the bottom there. It's like a hollow void down here. I wonder if it was like a can that rusted through or something. Nothing on it. Another very old prescription. It's a Blake style. Plenty of rust down here. Rust layers. As you can see, this trash layer continues. There's so much sticking out here. I've got most of it cleared. Looks like there's one soda. I just been kind of carefully picking away so I don't damage anything. Looks like a ointment pot of some sort. It's got a ground lip, so a machine-made ground lip ointment pot. Digging with a shovel and a 2-pronged pitchfork to find this stuff, and then just dig carefully with a trowel from there. That looks like an Albany slip glazed teapot lid. Yeah, you'll see it's got the vent on the top there. It's got to be from the late 1800s. Broken ginger ale. There's some early glass here. Broken mason jar, English ale. What do we have here? Oh, here's a prescription bottle. It's got the prescription lip, kind of sharper, definitely pre-1900. And a pharmaceutical of some sort, the Mers Capsule Company. I've never dug one of these. That's kind of cool. Must have held tiny pills. This one is stuck in here. It's a solid kind of rust layer. Well, it's a round bottom soda. Anything on it? Nothing on it. That's a applied top. Got some great age. So these bottles were made with a rounded bottom, so that when they got where they were going, they couldn't sit upright, because if they sat upright, the cork could dry out and the drink would lose carbonation. They often call these ballast bottles because they were usually in the ballast cargo on ships coming over from Europe. And some kind of this might be cut glass. Ah, that's close. Yeah, it might be a cut glass pitcher or a creamer. I think companies advertise these as cream stucks. Basically just like a coffee creamer. Got some metal down here in the bottom layers. Some early applied top pieces. And I think this is a round stand style ink. This one's Carter's mucilage. Nickel mucilage. So mucilage was basically a glue, kind of paste, tooled top piece. Look at that. Okay, this is a slate pencil. It's for writing on a slate chalkboard. This basically would have just left a mark, maybe scratched into it a bit. I'll find these every once in a while along with broken slate boards. There's actually been a couple times I found the boards with scratching still in them. It's kind of cool. A.J. Hilbert and Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Fisher's root beer extract. A.J. Hilbert and Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, makes 5 gallons of root beer. So every panel is embossed on this one. That's kind of cool. I don't even know if this would have had a paper label on it with all the embossing. Kind of has the instructions and company information embossed into it. And tool top prescription, RD Company. I'm not sure what that stands for. It could have been the glass company or the pharmaceutical company. And here we go. Nothing home. It's a Blake style. Got an S and a diamond on the bottom. Could be Swindell glasswork. Can't say for sure. It's a tooled top piece. All these broken beer and soda pieces. Could be a dump from the saloon. Seems likely, actually. George F. Wishick, druggist, Chicago. Oh, it's got the Dean Foster mark on the bottom. So yeah, it's a Chicago prescription. See the Dean Foster sunburst down there. Can't say I've heard of this one. Yeah, it's just it's sparse in some of these layers, but it seems like this dump's been given quality. There we go. Another embossed drugstore. Sherman & McConnell Drug Company, Omaha, Nebraska. Not a bad find at all. It looks like the base of a beer. I see a SHGW on it. I think that's Frederick Heinz Glassworks. There's so much stuff in this layer, it's almost hard to dig. There's nothing on it, at least, but there's the, yeah, I think that's Frederick Heights Glassworks. We still have a ironstone piece here. There's some kind of platter. Might be intact. Okay. What is it? Royal Ironstone China. Alfred Meakin, England. I dig a lot of the Meakin pottery. Interesting how it's got that crazing line on it. That's not made like that. I think it could have been maybe in fire or boiling water, maybe hot coals to get that kind of patina. Well, we cleared the bottom out and I've been digging into the sides. Here we go. Leslie and Leslie Pharmacists, Omaha, Nebraska. This is an earlier layer. I have never seen one of these before. That could be a really good one. But what I'm doing is just chipping away at the sides, and then we're throwing the bucket. This works out well. That way we can just expose the bottles as they come out. But there's here we go. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in this upper layer. It seems like the top 2 feet have been the most productive. There's a broken, like a cherub or a frozen Charlotte doll. Looks like it's semi-porcelain. There's all kinds of stuff in this top layer. Almost looks like a bromo caffeine or a bromo seltzer. Madison and Keysby. This is yeah, Madison and Keysby, Philadelphia. It's embossed on the shoulder, along the top here, and on the bottom. So tooled top's got to be 1880s or 90s. Now this here looks like a classic. There it is. Dr. Peter's Curaco. I've dug so many of these over the years. Let's see. This is one of the older ones that says made by. Yeah, Dr. Peter Farney, Chicago. So the later ones are Dr. Peter Farney and Sons. It's a good looking bottle. I heard folks during Prohibition times, this one predates Prohibition by about 20 years, but during Prohibition, folks would order this stuff for the alcohol content. It was basically some kind of wonder cure at the time. We got a couple pieces back here. Union Pacific, the overland route. So there might have been some railroad workers that frequented the hotels or saloons here. Could have stayed overnight at a boarding house as well, I suppose. That's really cool. Yeah, like I said, this top layer is just packed. Got a beer. That's an applied top. Looks like an export style tooled top on this one. The upper layer is a bit newer, but not super modern by any means. Got to be turn of the century. These roots are actually not as much of a hassle as the frozen ground. Got a little cone ink bottle. Carter's on the bottom there. Has remnants of a paper label, but it's fairly gone. Whoa. Zozo for the teeth. SC Wells and Company, Leroy, New York. That's unusual. I've never seen one of these. It's unusual. Zozo is actually the Ouija board, spirit board phenomenon. I guess the planchet has been reported to go ZO on the board. Just a fun fact, but yeah, that's something. We were clearing out the top layer, and this porcelain enamel sign came out. I believe it's a Climax Plug tobacco. They had a ton of advertisements around the turn of the century. We've got all kinds of pieces in here. This top layer is definitely more productive. Let's see, there's a couple pieces here. There's a prescription bottle. I believe this is the Dean Foster Company. These are a 1888 patent. They used them into the 1890s. What is this? Some kind of a wine glass. Looks like very well made, really thick glass. You can see it actually took a couple hits and didn't break. got a mold number on the bottom, but no company. That's definitely a pharmaceutical type bottle. This could be good. It's like another bitters. Whenever I find similar bottles close by each other, I wonder if they were thrown out at the same time. It's definitely possible. Whoa. C.F. Goodman, Omaha, Nebraska. This is really something. C&I Glassworks, they were out of business in 1878. That's the Wild West right there. That's truly amazing. And a coffee cup. Whenever I find these, I think, the handle's broken off, but these are actually, a lot of them were made without handles. This one included. It's very heavy ironstone, made for commercial purposes. This could be cool here. Got a green color. That's nice. No idea what this held, but that is nice. Almost looks like it has a pour spout on the top. Really nice emerald green color. I don't see any manufacturing marks on it. Could be foreign, actually, maybe French. Burnett's standard flavoring extracts, Boston. At Burnett's. So embossing on the front there. Incredibly popular product during its time. Found a bunch of these on Fort Pembina in 1870s pit. And maybe another extract, or could be a medicine. These are kind of generic. It's a ball neck panel style bottle. And another Burnett's. Back to that same thing I said, when you find similar bottles in the same spot, makes me wonder if they were thrown out around the same time. Looks like we have a soda bottle. There's some broken pieces. We're definitely digging where the saloon was dumping. Broken Pommy and Segalk from Omaha. Definitely an 1880s piece. Oh, that's nice. That's might be cut glass or pressed glass. That's a really really nice pattern, almost like a seashell or oyster shell type. Be careful not to break anything. This layer is just packed. A lot of commercial wear. Oh, there's a. That's interesting. Burnham Company. E.S. Burnham Company. You know what? Does it say the town? New York. That's a cold cream container. Usually these are like a threaded top. And this might actually be a tooled piece. Might have a ridge. Might be a very early machine made piece. Now, the wide mouth bottles like this were made earlier by the automatic bottle machine. I think as early as 1903, and then the thin neck bottles like the sodas, beers, ketchup, sauces, the machine wasn't able to produce those until 1910. Huh. Couple coffee cups. Yeah, some more ironstone commercial wear. Nothing on it. So this layer does seem generally newer. up here. We did get that bitters though. That was probably a late throw, something they held on to for a while. That's circa 1905, almost a sun oval style, but not quite. Looks like the bottom of a Payne's celery compound. Yeah, there it is. Payne's celery compound. It's got a key mold bottom, and might even have an applied top. So maybe another late throw piece. Payne's celery compound. Broken coffee cup. Nothing on it. And Worcestershire sauce. That's, I think, all it says on it. Yeah, just Worcestershire sauce. Oh, and there we go. Lee and Perrins. Yeah, classic. Looks to be American made. The earlier ones are European made. You know what? It almost looks like it could be a European mark on it. It's hard to say for sure. It's a tooled top though. It's definitely when the company had American importers. Down into a lower layer here, and there's some really early stuff showing. It's very sparse, but I have my first whole piece in this layer. It's a JoJo style flask. Nothing on it. See, it's basically like an elongated pumpkin seed or picnic style flask. And there's looks like a very early beer, but the top looks like it's missing. Oh, that is so early. That might actually be 1870s. It's full of groundwater. Yeah, E. Engler, Omaha, Nebraska. It doesn't have a slug plate on it. That's an incredibly early piece. Well, the layers have been fairly sparse. I've kind of dug until I found something, and there's a couple. They seem to be down here in pockets. Look at that. E.R. Durkee and Company, New York. So they made salad dressing. This might be the oldest Durkee bottle I've ever dug. Got a really nice design on the front. This one fell. Looks like a little, very tiny ink bottle. That's a very old piece. Look at that little piece. It's some kind of writing fluid, maybe mucilage. And this fell out as well. Sherman and McConnell, Family Chemists, Omaha. It's got some damage to it. It's a fairly common bottle for this part of the country. And a little Thomas ink. They were a major writing fluid manufacturer out of Chicago during the turn of the century. It's like a little pharmaceutical. Whoa. Stem in Meyer, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Chambers Glass Company. This is a sample size beer. That was probably an applied top. This could have really been something. These aren't easy to come by. Here. Souders, Elegant Flavoring Extract. Royal Remedy and Extract Company, Dayton, Ohio. I've dug these in earlier pits, like in Yankton. This one has a little later top, I think. It's probably from the late 1800s anyway, though. Oh wait, no, there we go. E.C. Bell and Company Druggists, Omaha, Nebraska. Made by the Whittle Tatum Company. That's an older pharmacist. He's got some groundwater in there. I think I've dug these in early 1880s pits. I'm not sure how long they were in business though. Try not to put myself too far into the ground here, but have to get this one out. That's an old one. It's a Blake, tooled top Blake style prescription bottle. This fell loose, and I see some embossing. Sherman and McConnell Drug Company, Omaha, Nebraska. That's a circa 1900 piece. It looks like it's in good shape. Whole layer here. Dug it down so far. I gotta be careful I don't knock something loose and then it falls in and breaks because it's got a decent drop. Look at all this stuff. Broken champagne. A little Worcestershire sauce. Could be Lee and Perrins. There's no embossing on it though. Plenty of crock pieces towards the top. There's a lot of actually just like glass and pottery in the top couple feet. Let's see here. Wonder what this thing is. Got a something here. Oh, that's an old one. That's a J.F. Kinsler Dispensing Druggist, Omaha, Nebraska. That's a very old one. It's got to be 1880s. This could be a spittoon or a chamber pot. Looks like it might be intact. I have a lid underneath it here. Broken iron strip. Like I was saying, I gotta be careful. So if it starts falling, anything in it. Empty. That's an old Albany slip glazed chamber pot. They must have broken the handle and discarded it. This upper layer again, proving productive. Kind of caving in a bit on me, but looks like we got a couple whole pieces here. Okay, Lydia Pinkham's vegetable compound. It's a patent medicine marketed towards women. Looks like one of their late tooled top examples. And Broken Beer ABGM company. That's the Adolphus Busch glass manufacturing company. Likely a applied top beer. Yeah, it's a early piece. It's got to be 1880s. And Dr. Price's delicious flavoring extract bottle, tooled top. Plenty of glass in here, that's for sure. And a 2-gallon zinc glazed pickle crock. Looks like some kind of liquor flask here as well. Nothing home. Another JoJo style flask. Working my way across this upper trash layer. It's a Burnett's standard flavoring extracts. Boston and Burnett's tooled top. This could be good if it's intact. I got all this stuff here. I don't want to knock anything out. Look at that. That is beautiful. VC and C on the bottom. I believe this is a Capers bottle. Really nice green color. Here's another one. There we go. Tooled top Warner's Safe kidney and liver cure. Now, you'll hear about the backwards hinges on these. Some molds had a swathing where the hinges are on, I think it was the left side. I wonder if this is one of those. Oh no, there's the hinges there on the right side, so that's just a normal mold bottle, probably from the 1890s. And a bromo seltzer from Emerson Drug Company of Baltimore, Maryland. Nice blue color. Now, let's see. I have to carefully dig through this stuff because there is a lot of it. Looks like a broken coffee cup. It's got a older style handle. Ironstone china, another turn of the century piece. It amazes me, the stuff just probably laid on the ground for years until it got buried over. It's amazing any of this is intact at all. Now this looks like it could be a gin bottle, maybe a Gordon's. No embossing on it. Oh, it's got some mark on the bottom. Let's see, which way is yeah, that's a strange mark. It's probably a Gordon's dry gin. That's a applied top piece. Another coffee cup, broken coffee cup. And an ironstone china bowl, heavy utility ware. Some more broken coffee cups. And a 1888 patent. The style was patented in 1888. It's a prescription bottle. Oh, this looks interesting. Looks like a green color. Maybe it's another gin. Yeah, it might be another Gordon's. Looks like it could be a shoe polish. Yeah, definitely a shoe polish style anyway. Here, all the stuff's wedged in. Yeah, another gin. Got that same mark on the bottom. No embossing on this one either. And probably a pressed drinking glass. Here's the haul. I concluded this was a trash dump used by the town from the 1870s until around the turn of the century. Got a good variety today. Some gin bottles, beers, flavoring extracts, that root beer extract, condiment containers, pickle bottles, coffee cups, liquor flasks, that soda, the bitters, that C.F. Goodman from Omaha is no doubt the best find of the day. Those patent medicines, ointment pots, prescriptions, and some ink bottles. Well, there you have it. We'll get back on the road.